We hung
Hey
out the other night
guys.
playing Panda for a few hours. That was fun.
Yeah, cool. So it is Dag. I'm here, and I've got most of the Pixel Erasure team with me. We're still waiting on Corey, our tank, so we're not going to get going real quick, but we'll get there pretty fast. So, anyway, welcome to Sunday night, and we're going to be hitting some WoW Cataclysm tonight. I wanted to let everyone know that today is Pandemonium Day. So, hair on fire, the whole thing. And it's an appropriate holiday that I thought that I would go ahead and share with you guys. So, the best way to get over all the hair on fire stuff is just kind of know that it's going to happen and just jump in. And so we have an agreement tonight, and we're going to jump into World of Warcraft and the rest of the pandemonium stuff that is going on around us. We're not going to talk about. So come join us, and we'll keep the pandemonium to, if I can say it correctly, we'll keep the pandemonium to just World of Warcraft tonight. So that's our agreement.
Why aren't we playing Panda Remix if we're doing Pandemonium?
Oh, God. Yeah. All right.
Well,
Good
pandemonium is a
question.
rare element you can only find in Pandaria.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. But I
Right
haven't even
next to
touched that.
unobtainium, isn't it?
So
Like
doesn't
What's the matter? Never seen a black and white before.
He's looking for the
Okay, I got a
bathroom.
totem. I'm ready. Got a totem that gives us all a little haste, and I got a totem that gives us a little bit of mana if we need it more than we need health.
here we go.
He is
Woohoo!
queued.
Random dungeon is ready.
And we're going into this again.
Razorfen
Razorfen.
Downs.
Let's see how
Murder
many times we
roll.
can do that one
Let
quest
us
again.
not go through that bit where we try to follow that schmuck around.
Hey.
He's
that
got
was
good
weird.
rewards, so we have to do it till everybody has the reward.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean we need to do it all tonight.
But yes, we do.
This is one of those ones where we're going to be in here a lot.
Like
All right, you're
multiple times.
diamonded.
What the fuck? Oh, whoa. Hold on. Don't go anywhere yet. Just a second.
Yeah. No. I'm also making a health stone
Hold
for
up.
someone.
I am an elemental, so I need to switch over to heals.
Yeah, that helps.
Well, I went and I killed everything in dead mines the other night. Because I wanted to see if I could do it and get some, thank you. Some cool
welcome.
mail items.
Minty fresh
And
just for you.
there wasn't a whole bunch in there, but Corey and I were talking about it. And the one we're going to have to do, Corey, that has all the good mail and plate in it, the nice looking stuff, is all in Nagaville. What's
Oh,
the
okay.
place? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember which one that one's, but yeah, I know which
The
one you're
prettier,
talking about.
the prettier sets are all in there. So
Oh, that's how that works.
blood something. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Why don't I remember the name?
I'm terrible with names, but I know which one you're talking about.
Yes. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. And I should, because we were there just a few weeks ago.
Oh, you got the big pigs.
But I don't. I'm gonna need to sit down and drink because I was on 0 mana when we switched over.
We have pigs everywhere. Pigs as far as the eye could see. It was horrible.
He is
There's a pig in a poke. Completely forgot to pick up any potions before I left.
Are piggies
Yeah.
skinnable?
Yeah, they are.
Right. We shall wait for the skinner
Piggies.
to drink. Oh, I need to drink too. Well, we'll wait for the lock to drink. Speaking
Oh,
of which,
boy.
where is my super suit? No,
Here's my super suit.
that one's empty. Okay.
Why do you need it?
Okay. Here.
Mhm.
I had to find the bottle that had actual water in it. I am ready.
All right. Yeah, that was also part of my trials and tribulations with my new computer. Is my old keyboard is with wireless, but it's solar powered.
Oh, who hit all the pigs, man?
And it was dying, so I had to order a new keyboard.
Oh, your keyboard was solar?
Yeah,
Okay.
solar charged.
Got it.
Did that work for a very long time, or did it break right
Um,
away, or?
no, it worked for I would say about a year. Um,
Oh, wow, that's not very long, huh?
but I have a feeling that like the first one I ever got like worked for like 2 or 3 years. And so I thought, okay, well this should be fine. But then I was living in a basement.
Mhm.
So I think the battery just kind of crapped out early
You're
because
starving.
it wasn't ever getting any recharge.
Mm, I see.
I mean, it was essentially working with secondhand light from the.
Yeah.
It was
I was just
used
reading
dirty
a few
secondhand light.
articles about maybe adding some wind stuff to our solar stuff. That
Mm-hmm.
wind is becoming a little cheaper now to add to your whole system. Like,
Mm.
and in places like Colorado that are always windy, it's probably not a bad idea.
Yep.
Always windy here.
Yep, it is.
It's interesting that the contracts that are in place for utility level wind power was
Mhm.
originally put into place here in California for um, as a means to subsidize the actual companies because they couldn't afford to keep things and running, and they couldn't offer anything at a discount that customers were able to pay. So for some reason, those contracts they just kept renewing the same contracts over and over and over again at the state level. It's like, seriously?
Well, I just was curious because I drove by when we were out driving around um when I got in my Lyft to go to the vet.
Mm-hmm.
We drove by a house that had some little tiny wind turbines on their roof,
Yeah,
just
that
up
would
on
go
the
over
top.
well with our HOA here, I'm sure.
Mm.
Yeah, they passed a law in Colorado that the HOAs they can't get in the way of solar and I assume other power solutions. I'm not sure how the law reads, but it's
I
like,
would not
nope,
make
you,
that assumption.
yeah, I don't know, but
Yeah,
it's for sure solar.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll make that distinction here in our
I think
HOA.
they're leaving us behind, man.
Yeah, it's okay. They can kill stuff without us.
I'm doing just fine. Everything's fine here.
Nothing
How
to
are
worry
you?
about.
Luke, we're gonna have company.
thought you guys weren't going to talk about real life.
Star Wars. Not
No, but
real
all the stuff
life.
about insurance.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah. Oops.
I just thought it was cool that people can have baby wind turbines. I didn't turn it into anything yucky.
No, that's actually a cool thing. I mean,
And they're not even ugly. They're just like little tiny, they just look like little fans. They're kind of neat.
of course, we've had no wind for the last, I don't know how many weeks.
Yeah, it is literally always windy here.
Well, we have an area that's east of us that is windy probably a good 20 hours out of the day. And
So that might be a good place to put a power station with wind.
well, yeah,
stuff.
they have those types of turbines all over the hills. And of
Yeah,
course, people
I
say
was,
they're
I'm
ugly.
surprised. I'm just surprised that people aren't sort of taking that solution here in Colorado more. I mean, it's true that we have sunshine an average of about 322 days a year, that's great. We're great for solar, but we're also great for wind because there's a lot of it. So
We've
Yeah, I
also,
think
yeah,
it depends
the number
on
of days of solar has gone down precipitously since we got our system.
yeah.
I mean, if we got our solar, if we got wind power, we could make it stop having wind here.
Mm.
good way to
And
think
then I
about it.
could paint outside.
Yeah.
You don't need no stinking wind.
Fruit. Oh, excuse me. Cabbage. Oh, puppy. I guess the puppies have decided there's no more food coming, so they're gonna just let themselves digest what they have. Oh, I guess they won't be feeding us so well.
Flower.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to kill a boss? I was after the flower.
Flower.
Flower. The murder
When
pen.
Jeffin and I were playing the SWATOR the other day, I was like, just say flower when you want to go off road. Doesn't matter what it is, just say flower. It
Yeah, we understand it
means
completely.
whatever.
If we
Flower means you need to pick something up off the floor. Just like I used to do to Jeff in the old days. Where you going, Peep?
flower. Oh, okay. I'm sitting
There's
there. I
lots
got
of
like
dangerous stuff over there.
six mobs I'm trying to beat down, and she's picking flowers. I'm like, okay, I'll still be here.
That was just when I very first started playing WoW, so I didn't know. I was just like, there's a flower over here. Yay.
Yeah, it didn't roll off the tongue the same way as rock, you know.
No.
Rock, paper, scissors.
The Jeff used to be the guy that ran all the noobs down to Booty Bay back before they had all the flight points in between. And we'd get to the point where people were like, man, I really do need this hookup to Booty Bay to do these quests to get over to the other side and do these quests and to get over to Kalimdor, you know. And so we really did need to go to Booty Bay earlier. It was just one of those weird things about WoW at that time. They gave you shit to do in areas you couldn't access. So you had to get really creative about how to get there. And our way was to have Jeff just escort everybody there.
Yeah, you just strip all the gear off of you and just go for it, right?
Yep. And eventually we had naked guild runs, corpse runs, which was funny.
On that one guy up on top.
The
Mhm.
boss.
He's a little boss.
There we go.
Jeff and I think Tina, a person that I don't know what's happened with her, but she used
She's
to run down everybody in the guild too to Booty Bay.
yeah,
I
she's still
remember
around.
Tina.
She's what now, Jeff?
Oh, I said she's still around. I haven't talked to her in ages, but yeah.
Yeah, I haven't either. She used to run everybody down to Booty Bay.
Okay.
Booty Bay.
This is 105 for me.
Yep.
Only
Okay.
10 for me.
131 for me.
I don't know what it is for me.
It's an offhand. You don't need it. Unless you're going to protect
It's a
yourself with
necklace,
a
not
glowing
an
something.
offhand.
Oh, is it?
Well,
Oh, okay.
it's the next slot, yeah.
And I got it, so.
We'll find.
Yep, I've
either
asked
way.
on it because you said you needed it.
was
Well,
only
it was 131 for me, so.
Yeah, it was only 49 for me, so I'm fine with that.
It was only 105 for me.
It was still good for you, but
Not
but
as good.
that's okay. I promise I'll try to heal you.
What add-on are you guys using for that?
Pawn.
On.
Yeah.
Pawn?
Mm-hmm.
I have that. Why is it not doing that?
Because if it's not good for you, it doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Right.
It tells me what my upgrade is, but not by how much.
No, that's strange. Yeah, ours all does. Is it it might be a setting that you need to twiddle. No.
Yeah, that might be. I think that's where you need to go.
Maybe worthwhile doing some research about it at some point.
Yeah. Yep.
It works pretty well, especially when you have people that
It's
are
not
all
always right, but it's only
No.
wrong when you're like the only time that you have to worry about it is if you're a raider or a mythic person.
Yeah,
Then
and
you want to get in and tweak it and really pay close attention and sim your own character on the websites and blah blah blah. But if you're just doing little stuff like we do, you can
Yeah,
probably take
and-
it out of the box.
And for the most part, I haven't really worried about it because it's been mostly, you guys have been fighting over, what gets dropped. But that on that particular instance, like it was like, oh no, that could actually benefit me too. But
Yeah.
What stats are you after?
primarily stamina, but since I'm using a lot of mana, like I've been paying attention to my intellect
And spirit
and
is
spirit.
what you need for mana refresh. Yeah.
But that one also had critical strike to it, so
Yeah. Well, lucky for you, we'll probably be in here again.
yeah, and it
over.
wasn't like it wasn't like a super upgrade for me, but it was worth taking a shot at. So
Right.
I wasn't too worried
Like
about
Okay,
that.
so that ring just came up and it says 7% for an enhancement, which is not even a spec that I have.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
nothing for me.
That's nothing for me either.
56% for affliction for me. Anyone else?
Nope.
Nope.
Yep.
Gone.
So I don't know why your deal isn't popping up the thing.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably just a setting somewhere, and I just didn't know.
On your character screen, is it showing in the bottom right corner? Is there a little arrow there that says pawn? When
Not
you get a
that I'm
chance.
seeing. No.
I wonder if it got turned off at some point.
Might have.
When you're done killing this guy, let's take a break and a
See what
small
we can
little
do,
break to
yeah.
open and see if your add-ons are all on.
Add-ons. Right. Pawn is checked. Okay.
Let's see what the
Does it need an update? Maybe.
I mean, that's a possibility, but it wasn't pinging as, oh, I have to have one.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Because I didn't change any settings when I
I
loaded
didn't
mine.
either. Yeah,
It
it's
just
just out of
loaded
the box.
everything.
Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on.
okay. So maybe it's a matter of how I'm doing it. Because I'm just hitting the shift button to compare
Yeah, I don't know.
items.
it should pop up automatically.
Yeah.
I'm
Mine
looking to see
does.
if there's I don't even know where the
Maybe you could just delete it from your add-ons along with all the settings and then reinstall and see if that helps.
Maybe I'll turn it off and turn it back on.
Yeah.
Well, plug it
Or-
out, unplug it and plug it in again is always the first thing that you do.
Or just hit it real hard.
Percussion
Passive
50.
maintenance.
Ooh, I don't need that at all.
Loot.
Do a little percussive maintenance.
Mm. I need to do that soon. I need to go through before the X pack drops, I need to go through all my add-ons and see if I actually need them all or not.
or you might end up with a need for a new one.
Could be. Probably will, I imagine, but every expansion I go through the list and go read carefully what they are and what their dependencies are and sort of go, okay, do I really need this type of thing?
Okay. Somebody's around the corner, I'm sure.
It's that big ol' yucky dude is over there.
Okay.
Poisonous yucky dude.
Clear these guys out.
Back up over here so I don't get silenced. Here comes poisonous yucky dude. Okay, there he is. Woohoo! You can tell we've all got a level or two because this is a lot easier than it was.
Well, we also don't have like 25 mobs hitting us at the same time either.
No, true, but the second time last time it was
Yeah.
he's taken less damage this time.
Ding.
Woohoo.
I now have a 45 lock. That's a leather. Let me carve some stuff up here.
And squish it into magic dust.
Yeah, unfortunately that left me with
Whoosh.
one slot.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
I got I got 37 open, so if you need to dump some stuff, let me know.
yeah, I got a few open as well. So
Me too this time.
all right,
I've got a few.
I've been collecting like mage weave and stuff like that in order to make cloth, and I forgot to put it back in the bank. So
That
yeah.
happened to me when I did Dead Mines the other day. I
Mhm.
forgot to empty my bags before I went in, so I was like, gosh darn it.
So Crow, I'm going to give you some of my
Well, at
some of
that
my
point, you
cloth,
just open up your guild
Okay.
bank and shove it all in there.
and
No, I
that-
was inside the thing.
Don't you have a portable guild bank?
I don't think I do.
I think that's.
I've got one.
Let's see how much that opened up.
5 slots.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots.
Ah,
I got a couple more slots if that's okay.
Yeah, there's a mobile banking thing in your spellbook.
There's a what?
Hmm.
Oh, do we have that for the guild?
Yeah. Well, I went to the spellbook and there's mobile banking right
Ah, there it is. Yep.
Oh,
You could just throw all your junk into tab 3 if you want.
here, let me give it back to you then. Or I can throw it in the guild bank.
yeah, you can put it in the
Mhm.
guild bank. Let me. I gotta find where this is because I got other stuff. So
On page 2,
page 2 of the
your
spell
spell
book.
book.
The general.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I can't believe I knew something that nobody else did.
Mobile
Never happened.
banking. There we are.
Never.
Damn.
I didn't
Thank
even know
you.
that was in this version of the game.
There you go. Your stuff's in the bank, dude.
Cool.
That's kind of neat.
That'll help.
Yeah, I can pick up a potion while it's open.
There you go.
By the way, if you want to increase your mana, Elixir of the Sages will increase your maximum mana by 180 and your spirit by 18 for an hour.
I'm just taking it, so I'll distribute it to everybody.
Man, I'm gonna put that on a bar. That
I mean, you can
is-
only do it like once an hour or something.
Yeah,
like
but still, that's
Yeah, but there's all of us, so each time one of us does it, we can
Yeah.
all access the bank.
yes.
So we just burned 2 of them right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention.
Anybody
Sorry,
want
guys.
Elixir of the Sages?
I'll
Sure.
take one.
All right, let me divide it up into little piles. All right, where are you, Crow?
I'm jumping around over here.
Here we go. And trade. And here's some elixir for you.
Ooh, thank you very much.
Do you want
Let me-
some too, Kurt, or you have some?
Oh, I need some. I put all the stuff I created in the bank.
Uh-huh. All right, let me divide it up again. You having any trouble with mana there, Jeff?
I am frequently having to grab more because I burn through it so fast.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I mean, if this, I don't know what intelligence does, but if it's mostly about mana regeneration, I don't have a problem with that actually.
No, spirit is mana regen.
So what's intelligence?
Int is mana pool.
That's been asked a lot lately.
Spirit is mana regeneration. Intelligence, intellect is mana, like your whole pool of mana, your available mana.
Yeah, which is why I've been paying attention to intellect because I need more mana, not necessarily mana regeneration.
Now, those are battle elixirs, which I think means they're meant for PvP, but
Thank you.
No,
No,
They
they're
work.
just
they're meant
unfortunately.
for dungeons and raids, but effectively like they you can only have one battle potion active at a time.
Mhm.
ah,
We got some company.
Hi,
They
guys.
saw us drinking our potion and they were like, "What? You didn't
Kool-Aid.
share your potion?"
Which means you should
God.
probably move since the other guy's
Well,
probably gonna also respawn.
I guess they thought it
Mhm.
was stick to their ribs.
Ah ha ha.
I just created some more healing potions of high level.
Level healing.
Here comes the next group.
I didn't forget to wear my Stormwind tunic this time. Get my reputation up.
I have
So
no
I can get a
reputation.
horsey. A horsey for me. I don't want to ride it, I just want to stand on top of it.
It would probably tell you that you need to clip your hoofs anyway.
Well, goats like to stand
Your
on top of things.
manicure? I mean, seriously.
There was this early episode of the show Radio Lab where this lady, the whole story started because a lady saw a goat standing on top of a cow. And then she found all these letters and that had blown away on the road, and there was this big story. But anyway, at the end of it, the host goes, "So did you think the goat standing on top of a cow was kind of like an omen or something?" And she was like, "No, goats like to stand on top of things."
What's happening? Well, that was our go-to person.
Goats do like to stand on top of things, which is why people build them goat towers and stuff.
Yeah, you build a goat tower far away from the fence.
Yep.
Why you do goat yoga?
Yeah.
Because they like to stand on your back.
Yep. When I used to do sword fighting in a Renaissance fair combat group. And we used to travel to local fairs and do our performance and stuff.
Fighting local
And
gangs for charity.
yeah, fighting local other performers. No, we had a show that we did. And we went to Rapid City, South Dakota for their Renaissance fair. And they also had a little, like a mini livestock fair too, because it was all hobby animals, like alpacas and goats and stuff. And first time I ever saw any of those little dwarf goats was at this place. I was just walking through and I was wearing one of those Coleman camper rain covers, like a, portable rain slicker thing one of those big blue ones that's kind of like a
Ponchos?
poncho tarp thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one end of it got jerked and I was like, "Well," and I turned around and there was a little baby goat trying to suckle on the end of my Coleman rain slicker.
Hey, now we have to keep this stream PG at least. So
Cute. That is PG.
That was practically PG Woodhouse.
You think a baby goat suckling is not PG?
It's
I don't
pretty
know.
goat.
Some people might be offended. You never know.
Well, then I
Some
think
people
they
look for
probably
reasons to be
need to.
offended.
This is true.
I think they probably need to go watch a baby goat do anything, and then they won't be offended anymore because they'll be like, "Oh my god, they're so cute." But
Oh, I
they
should have
were
picked.
so tiny.
I
They
should
were
pick
so
that up
little. I'd
for-
never seen.
Is that crap? Is that
Blacksmithing.
shit? Soulbound. I can't use it. Oh well.
Hour.
That's some BS right there.
Uh,
These are instructions, but they are meant only for you.
That's right. But baby
Did you
goats
guys
are really
notice?
cute.
Did you
Baby
guys
dwarf
notice
goats are
the
like
the
ridiculous.
face on this back here? It reminds me of Doctor Who, where you had the lady who was like absolutely flat.
Yeah, the flat earther.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too.
That's what she was. That was the joke. Last Earthling. I was playing a game of Doctor Who last night. And they were like, yeah, according to Doctor Who lore, humans are one of the only, like, 3 species that make it all the way to the end of time. And they're like, why do you think that is? And I said, it's because all the actors are human.
Yeah.
Mhm. And the writers. The writers are all human.
Good point. Okay, I need some mana here, so hang on, guys.
Because our special effects budget can only hold so much.
I mean, when the show originally started, oh my God, I'm not talking about WoW now. I'm talking about things outside of WoW. But
No. It's not real life though, so it's okay.
the original concept was that it was a kid show and they would solve all these problems using science. And it has since deviated so far from that.
Yeah. It's a fairy tale show, which is fine, but yeah.
Time Walkers.
We had a physics teacher in high school who was called Dr. Wu. And the kids used to sing his name to the Doctor Who theme, the old theme. Dr. Wu, Dr. Wu, Dr. Wu, Dr. Wu. I never had a class of them because I was not smart. But I have a lot of friends who did take classes with him.
There's all the little friends
Yep.
over there I'm trying to get.
I'm like, why are my heals being so expensive? Oh, yes, I need to drop my totems. Totems were not close enough. Nice metal
Plate and
barbute.
mail.
That
Mail and
looks
plate.
pretty good.
My
What's the matter,
coffee.
puppy? What's the matter?
Everyone passed?
Oh yeah. Mail clashes with my shadow.
If you're going to fight, clash.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what shoulders I got. Yes, I got the same shoulders again.
It's nice to know that you have the same shoulders as you had last time.
Yes.
I would hate to think you were shouldering an undue burden.
Yeah, I got shoulders too.
And
then for the other two specs.
We are all disappointed in having shoulders. We would rather have dorsal fins.
That's right.
those have been sharded.
And that sounds painful. What happened? Well, I had these shoulders and I sharded them.
So
If
are
you
we
shard-
going to bail out and do another one?
Guess so.
That's
look at
the
that.
answer for that. Yeah.
Really? That was quick.
Our random group is ready.
Before we run off in this next one, can we take a quick 5-minute break?
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, it's the
Dire
mall.
Mall.
We're
Dire
gonna buy
Mall.
some shoes. We're gonna go buy
Hey.
some shoes at the mall.
All right. We will be back in about 5 minutes. Hang in there, folks. Thanks.
Yeah.
I am back.
I am back.
As a matter of
But-
fact.
Your super suit away.
Somebody fell asleep. Oh, it's Sherlock, of course.
Yes.
I need to pull out my little new pet.
I'm letting Flurky go ahead and drop his flowers everywhere.
Yeah.
Look at my little new pet, my little
The
owl.
Swoopy? Yeah.
Swoopy. Swoopy. Hello, Swoopy. I already had another little guy that I named Swoopy, so I gotta rename him. Although he's in retail, and this animal you can't summon in retail, so probably doesn't matter. I have naming conventions for all my different types of battle pets.
Of
Yeah.
course you do.
Yep. If they're called if they're anything other than a dragon, then they usually are named usually things like Pookie Butt, Feather Butt,
Sparkle butt.
Sparkle Butt, whatever. And
Crusty butt.
sometimes it's like Crystal Toes or whatever, something cutesy. But if they're a dragon, I name them like a posh name, like Tarquin, Penelope.
Nice.
They get really posh, like English lord names. Ashley, you know.
Like a damn
Uh,
butler.
Yeah,
Is everyone back?
Bertram. Yeah.
I guess so. Well,
Looks like.
okay. We're going to get this guy first. And his friends.
Get 3 of them. All right.
We're going to have
Well.
4 of them because there's another
Woo!
one coming up behind us.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
With dogs, too.
Oh gosh,
Here come the dogs.
that is not going to be good.
Unleash the hounds.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Instant
rid of these
and
mastiffs.
boom. Oh gosh. Sorry, Corey.
It's all right.
Yeah, let's
I,
not do quite so many of these all at once. I'm out of mana. Okay, taking a potion.
Where's that other dude over
and
there? Okay. Him, I'm
Yeah.
going to give him a curse of tongues.
we got
Shut the fuck up.
I'm out of mana.
Why can't I use
I
it?
am
Oh,
trying
fuck.
to heal myself and it's not working. Yeah. Splat.
Damn it.
All right. Get him, Peep.
Me and Kurt.
Oh, Kurt's doing it. Oh, yeah, Kurt's still up. Oh, someone got sheeped.
It's me.
This could take a while. Oh, you got him.
Got him. No worries.
Piece
Yeah,
of
but I don't have
cake.
any. I don't have a res.
I do.
Okay.
He's still alive.
Although the door is right here.
I was going to
if you
say,
guys
the
just
door's
wanna
right
all
there,
release.
so I just released and said, I'm going back in the door.
Which technically you could have done before.
Yeah, but then it would have...
As we weren't in a boss fight.
Was that a boss fight?
No, it was not. It was just mobs.
Oh, shit. Where's the entrance?
To
It's
the
right
left.
there.
It's just to the left.
Yeah.
To the left of what?
So, okay,
Oh, I
so
see it.
I'll release then, too.
I see it.
And see if I can find the doorway.
Found it.
Oh, it's right there.
I went
Huh.
running straight, so it's like, door? What door?
All right, everybody sit down and eat food.
Eat and drink and be merry.
And we're gonna try not to do that again.
And pull 8 mobs at the same time.
I mean, to be fair, I only pulled the 3. Like 5 more just showed up out of nowhere.
It's amazing how that happens.
I'm quite frankly astounded that I managed to not die.
That was a good trick, actually.
I think it had less to do with me and more to do with the fact that Donna had everybody healed and I was well on the other side of everyone.
I was looking to see if my mana... yeah, my elixir got wiped out with that one.
Yeah, that's not one of the ones that saves through death.
So that gives me an extra 300 mana. Woohoo. I'll take it.
Every
I
little
gave
bit.
most of them to everybody else, so This is my last one.
Well, I can always give you one back.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
We're gonna do
Good
line of
old
sight.
dire Maul. It's probably a good idea. We gotta go off to the left and up. So
Well,
I
you
don't
don't
know
want to go
what
all the way
Corey
around.
wants to do. We have to.
Well,
go
see,
all the
there's
way
3 of them. Why? Can we sheep one of them and then take the other 2 down?
Yeah.
I'll sheep the one on the left.
Yep.
Just say when.
When?
Go ahead.
Now watch your areas.
We're far enough away; the areas won't.
Well, we are
unsheep 'em.
now.
I interrupted his frostbolt so he'd run over. That's the thing about these Gorok
Grats.
mages. If you interrupt a
Here he
spell, they'll
comes.
come on over because they can't cast again right away. So
Right.
He's like, wait. I wasn't
But
supposed to be this outnumbered.
I can also interrupt the casters too. So let me know if you need
yeah.
any of that to be completed.
Do you remember? Do we go into the courtyard and down, or do we go around and up, or does it matter? Do you remember?
The map is showing that the boss is down in the courtyard. So
Oh yeah, guard Moldar. So we gotta.
Are you going to pull them up the steps here?
yeah, I'm kind of
No, you have to clear everything in the courtyard down there, and
Well,
then
that's
go
what I
over
meant. Pull
to
these
him.
3 up the steps so we can
Oh,
start
oh
there.
yeah. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. That'd probably work. Yeah, it'd probably work.
We're
Want me
gonna
to sheep one of them?
yeah.
You
Why don't you
should sheep one of them.
sheep the brute?
Okay, sheeping brute. That would make me sheeping broody.
Damn it.
Well, that didn't work.
Got one of them. That wasn't
Yep.
me.
I think it just ran out.
Yeah. Timer.
That was probably the totem shot him as soon as he came up. So
It's okay. We got it.
yeah. We just got to be careful and watch the mana because these guys are all yellow.
They call me
Doggies.
Melly Yellow.
Here come
Here
the
come the dogs.
puppies.
Unleash the hounds.
Unleash the swounds of Mel. Cry havoc and let the
All right, I need to drink up.
hyenas of war.
Yeah, I've been collecting moonberry juice, and it's like that's a good thing because this sweet nectar isn't cutting it anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
How much does the moon juice get you?
Moon juice.
1992.
Yeah, that was a good year.
Yeah. As opposed to 1344, which was what, the Dark Ages?
No,
Well,
that's
I've
the
got.
Middle Ages.
I can also hand out mana brownies. So
All right. I think we need to clear the whole courtyard.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Then I'm
Well,
gonna
we got
Yeah.
like
take all
just
these,
dogs on the
dog-
right hand side of us, so
And
Yeah.
take the
it's
dog.
less
Hyenas are
dangerous
more
if you clear the whole thing, and we need the XP anyway. So
hyenas
Yeah.
are more closely related to cats than dogs.
Well, the hyenas
Yeah.
true.
or
They
mastiffs.
call them mastiffs, but they look like freaking hyenas.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's true.
So also, we don't say Dark Ages anymore. We say pre-modern, early pre-modern.
Yep. I mean, we got to get over calling things by the names that the Victorians gave to things.
Well, they called it the Dark Ages because there's relatively fewer records, but people started interpreting that in the wrong way. And so now we just call it early pre-modern. Or you can call it post-Roman equally. And you guys can say nerd anytime you want to. I'm fine.
Nerd.
Can you guys? Are these skinnable?
Mhm.
Ought to be.
I'm skinning them.
Okay.
Sounds like they are then.
Ah,
Yes.
I wasn't paying
will
attention to
make-
the
I'm going to make
receiving
things
rugged
out of them.
leather.
Yeah, she's
Mhm.
got some skins in the game.
I do.
Just a few.
Aren't they commanders?
My headphone's going to crap out on me in a minute, and I'm going to need a second for the other one to kick in. So you don't need to do anything, but you probably won't be able to hear me for a bit. Or I won't be able to hear you, actually. So if you're going, I probably won't be able to hear you.
Babe,
It's
I'm
all-
dying. I'm dying.
We'll give it like
medic.
30 seconds, then we all start crying. You know, it's like beep. Help.
Ah, help us! Oh God! Oh God, we're all dying.
This is the meme where Glover comes back into the apartment and everything's on fire.
Still collecting those grizzly trophies. Yoo-hoo.
Yep. It's annoying that you only get that when you get the kill shot, I think.
Get some chew toys.
Okay, so
All
this would be the
right.
dude, huh?
This will be the dude.
Hold
Is he
on,
actually?
I gotta
Yeah.
check my
Need a
Make
little
sure.
bit more mana here.
Can you hear us yet?
in these guys before you pull that dude, please, so that they don't disappear on us.
Yep.
I want to. Oh, I've got my buff food updated, so it's fine. All right, go for it. I don't remember what he does. Be prepared for any
Anything.
kind of bullshit, because he's an ogre and they're kind of mean.
It's mayhem.
It is.
Sounds like a commercial for insurance.
Must be all weight insurance.
I've been
Yes.
doing a lot of getting on healing to do raids and Panda, and like doing no healing, but just getting in there quickly to get stuff. Because everybody's so overpowered, they don't need any healing, you know?
Yeah, it's
Hey.
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It's very fun, but it's quite ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I just ran through there. I'm like, oh, I have an earth shield. Lucky you. Woo.
Okay, this is a 58% upgrade for me.
51 for me.
109
And
for me.
120% for me.
That, okay, fine. Fine, it'd be that way.
I know. I've gotten more than one thing.
That's okay.
It's okay. We
Just
don't
means-
mind. Really, we don't. We're fine. We're
Means you're
fine.
needier than the rest of
They're
us.
they're over in their little greens going, "We'll be okay. It's all right."
I'll live. It'll be all right.
Greens and
Yeah.
grays. That's it, man.
That's it.
Yep.
Dragon points for you.
God damn it. Well, I mean, I'll run out of mana less quickly and I can heal you a little better, which is nice.
I
Do you want
hate
to murder the
bugs.
spiders on the right side or no? You don't have to.
Well, now we
Yeah,
do.
We do know.
Oh,
All kinds of
Nice.
trophies there.
That was fast.
Well, that was an irritation mob. Okay, so which one of these guys needs a sheep?
Brute.
Mage Lord.
Mage Lord.
Tell me when.
he's the blue guy in the
alright.
middle.
Star Lord.
Oh. Hey, you brute! Leave my mage alone. He's like, he sheeped our mage. We're not happy.
La-di-da.
Got a crit when it counted. Instead of just a random time that it didn't matter.
It was like, oh, look, I critted. So what?
Mm-hmm.
Leather.
It's pleather.
Pleather.
It's like I interrupted him, then someone else interrupted him.
He did not like that. Then,
Got a lot of interrupts, mister.
then someone gave him some major heartburn.
Okay. All right.
We gonna get the drunk
Stomper
on the right?
Krieg. Yeah, we have to. He's a boss.
He's a boss.
Applesauce. Let's drink our manas.
Okay.
Drink your manas.
He looks a little wobbly, doesn't he?
He'll make you drunk. That's one of his powers.
Wow.
It's his breath.
Mm-hmm.
That he's got moves. I mean, look at that.
Chris Farley.
For real.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly where they got it.
Yep. Okay. And he's back to sleep.
Too bad. I'm gonna have to wake him up.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Oops.
And he put me to sleep.
Yeah, I'm pretty
We're
well
all
grown.
asleep, but we were still able to like get him. All right.
Fine.
That's an offhand. It is 15% for me.
It's nothing,
Nothing
for
for
me.
me. Although it looks fun.
I don't have an offhand
Somebody
because I
just
have a staff.
take it, because you could get a main hand that'll be good for you.
I just took it.
Mm-hmm.
And as opposed to a book of survival. I don't
Yeah,
need
I'm
to
not going to
survive.
give up my staff because it's got 26 intellect on it.
It's a good staff, dude. I'm kind of drunk.
Yep, I'm not drunk.
I'm definitely wobbly.
This is me going in a straight line.
Nice.
To a certain definition of straight. You're just moving straight, but you're in non-Euclidean space.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
I'm not drunk. Space is curved.
What's the matter, Hector? What's the matter, huh?
See, I don't like
What?
Daddy's jokes.
What? What's the matter? What's the matter? What's wrong?
I
What's the
say,
matter,
how much
Odie?
longer we're going to be drunk? Do we know?
I'm clearing up pretty quick.
Mine cleared up.
I was one of the last ones to get nailed, so that's okay. Doesn't bother me. I can still aim. I can drive fine.
That's right.
I can quit anytime you want me to.
Yes.
I can drive better when I'm drunk. You guys.
There's
Yeah.
another guy coming
There's
from
a
the left.
wanderer over there.
Yeah.
That's what I was waiting for to see who might be wandering around.
I'm a wanderer.
Yeah.
Just a wanderer.
Might
Call
be
me a
good to
wanderer.
pull that guy in his little entourage line of sight. The rest of us will just not do anything until you get him where you want him. Okay.
All right, go for it.
I think my doggies need to go outside.
Oh, this other guy's coming down anyway.
Yeah.
Oh. Someone
That's all
got
right.
him.
No, I think he's a wanderer too. Just
Yeah. Yeah, I think he just randomly came along at the same time as the other dude.
yeah.
Came along for the ride.
Like, oh, what are you doing over here? Oh, okay.
Looks like fun to me.
Hey,
Hey,
you
do we
guys
we
aren't
need to take the
supposed to
dogs
be.
out, Donna?
We do absolutely need to take them out. They are
Okay,
really
I'll come get Odie Pickle.
okay. We need to go stand over here in the corner or something.
I'm going to stand by your totems.
That'll
Probably a good idea. We gotta take them outside. I'll be right back.
do. All right. I think we're going to take another quick break. We will be right back.
Do you know you have a dancing totem?
Is it dancing?
Yeah, your little healing stream is dancing with us.
Oh, well, there you go. Nice. It's a little dancing totem. I'm a dancing fool.
Dancing Queen. Little ABBA there.
I gotta skin these critters. Odie, what's the matter, bud?
I think he wants to be in there.
All right, well, let me just pop up and don't move.
Don't move.
Come on, baby. There you go. Did somebody pop a firecracker? Could have maybe done a firecracker, and we didn't hear it, but he did. They're dogs, and they can hear better than me. They can also smell them, which is like
Which
the-
way we going to go, right or left?
Yes.
I don't know.
Clear
Thank you.
the guys on the right.
Yeah,
If you want to sheep the mage lord.
sheepy sheep. Sheep
They're all
is
laughing.
a sheep, a sheep. Well, they're work buddies. They're laughing at work. They're like, woohoo! Guard duty at the big keep is like pretty boring, but a good thing ogres have a fantastic sense of humor. Whoa, dude!
Yeah. What's he doing to you?
Dude,
Whoa! Mm.
For some reason, he didn't care for me killing him.
He didn't like that,
Well,
huh?
that's not very nice,
Weird.
is it?
It's like, what the hell?
Super weird. That's so weird that he would be like that.
All right, sheepy time.
Sheepy, 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 sheep.
Going after Crow, man.
Not anymore.
He had a cured ham steak. I just stole his lunch.
Mmm.
Was it Hornell?
I don't know. But he's dead, so he's not going to eat it anyway.
Spam, 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 spamdy spam.
Whoa.
Blech. I got to skin these guys. Hold on.
It's okay. I'm almost ready to move over to Moon Juice.
Moon juice. Ready?
All right.
all right.
Hmm.
Got a rover. Rover with a rover.
Romer.
Red
Is that
Rover, Red
the brute
Rover,
coming
let
our way?
ogre come over.
Oh, he stopped in the corner there. Oh, there's one in the doorway, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a
Mm-hmm.
trio in the doorway. Maybe. Let me.
You want
Did
to
we
run
go
back out
downstairs and
into
take
the...
it? Yeah.
Yep, it's those three. So let's get rid of you guys.
I'm like hitting the button going, why aren't you firing? All your fingers are on the wrong road, dummy.
I do that all the time.
The little detail, yeah.
I'm going to knock out the mage.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have two mages, so one on the left should be fine. All right.
Other left.
Other left. Other left, Kronk.
Why do we even have that lever?
We're all interrupting all of his spells. God damn it!
Yeah, he wasn't happy with that.
He was like, "You make life hard for Kronk."
So, you wanna face pull these guys down the ramp,
Yeah.
you think? And then,
Oh, here he
we
comes.
get him.
That's who I was waiting for.
Aha! This asshole over here. Ew.
Asshole neutralized.
Wand of wonder, wand of might.
Be ready for anything, as the Blood Elves say. This could go
Like
seriously
this
south.
one.
I've seen blood elves tougher than you.
I like to do the little Blood Elf baby area, and then, like, not ever get on that tune again, and then eventually delete them. Because it's fun. It's a little fun area.
I was gonna say you like torturing them.
No,
So we got another wanderer on the right.
Yep.
yeah.
Two mage lords on the right.
I'll shape
Yeah.
the first one.
Yep.
Well, they spotted us, so
I can still shape the one in the back. I like the fact that his hooves are on fire.
The
Who,
hooves.
Corey's?
The hooves. The hooves
No,
are on fire.
the mage lord, when he was a sheep, his hooves were on fire.
Oh,
He had a spell loaded and ready to go.
Are we gonna clear this courtyard?
It's
Yeah.
because I believe the boss is in the center here.
Yeah, that's him right over there. Guard Fengus.
All right.
Careful,
Whoa.
boss.
Hi, boss. Nothing to see over here. Yeah, reports are being turned in on time.
He wants his TPS reports.
That's
Yeah,
it.
TPS. Yeah, there you go.
And his stapler back.
Yes.
Excuse me, that's my stapler.
I did mark him with a big old skull so that
Yep.
we don't run into him by accident.
We can do it on purpose.
We do it on
Sheep.
purpose.
Sheep the Mage Lord.
Sheep, 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 the mage lord.
Sheep, 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 the mage lord. Sheep, 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 the mage lord.
That's bad.
Woolly bully.
I always
Bully,
like that in
bully.
that old WoW cinematic, the one for the advertisement where they have like the warlock and his crazy fell guy, and then their paladin, and there's this other guy, and the other guy, and a mage, and then they sheep somebody, and the little sheep's like, man, World of Warcraft. Like, we're taking ourselves just not quite this seriously.
Okay, boss is probably going to come back here in a second or two.
Yeah, he's wandering around. I don't know.
Oh, I see him. Yeah.
He's down below there.
Ah, yeah, he's over. Walking, taking his walk. He's management by walking around.
That's it. We called it management by wandering around.
Mm.
Or management by wandering aimlessly.
Mm.
Well, he's
We called
personally.
it
I heard an
Personally
management
interesting.
by
Was that?
I heard an interesting factoid the other day that the guy who is credited with starting naming hurricanes, giving them real names, did it. Purposefully gave them the names of politicians so that he could say such and such is wandering around aimlessly. Such and such is endangering many people's lives.
Sheep to back lord.
Oh, we got boss coming up behind us.
Yep.
Okay, move over. I'm gonna pull the totems. We're gonna move over to the corner.
Let's go
Put 'em
and
back
stand
down.
on top of the other mage lord.
Yep.
I mean, the sheep lord.
That's it. Lord of the sheep.
I'm not using the I'm not using the totem that shoots stuff right now.
Fire totem.
Yeah, there's a fire totem down, but I'm using the flame tongue instead. Has a little
With these
got
guys,
some health and spell power and all that. It's probably
if we turn enough
better.
of them into sheep, we can send them all away in a U-Haul.
We can send them to Scotland and get some money for them.
Send him to Ireland and
Dude,
get.
now that he's, I know we still get this one corner left, don't we?
Is it good? Things could get pretty woolly with these sheep. So. Oh, the dog just complained about my joke.
We'll look
That
out
was
behind you.
bad.
This dude is like, why are all my employees sleeping on the job?
Why does everybody keep wandering away? All right. Again, I don't remember what this guy does. Something bossy. Something
Wanders
boss
about.
like.
There was also
I don't
a
remember
chest.
if he's a tank and spank or if he's just a doodlebug. I can't remember.
What happened? Well, this one doodlebugs and telly-pollywogs.
I have no idea what he does.
Gitterbug.
He does.
For which
boss
he does
things.
the Lebanese nose nipper.
He's an Ebony's nose nipper. Yeah.
So
He does boss like things. I don't
probably-
remember what he does.
Watch out
Is he
for his
gonna-
gizmo.
Yeah, watch out for his boss
whatchamacallit.
ability.
He pulls out his whatchamacallit and
Hits you with his thingamajig.
Probably got to hide behind one of these pillars.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we gotta hide behind a pillar. You never
and
know.
here he comes.
And he only sees you standing there as we wait in ambush.
That was rude. He pushed me to the ground and started beating on me.
I mean, you're
Almost
the
as
tank.
if-
He's supposed to do that.
It's almost as
Wait.
if he wanted to kill you.
I mean, that doesn't make it any less rude.
I mean, it's like you were taunting him. I'm not sure what the math is in your head, but
Fingus lets out a deep
You were-
roar, alerting nearby
I mean-
allies.
It's not my fault he has anger management issues.
well, you went over to him and like smacked him. You remember the way that the dog in the old Warner Brothers cartoons? Do you remember when Foghorn
Droopy?
Leghorn would
Yeah.
when Foghorn Leghorn would go up to the dog and
Oh,
like
the-
pick him up and go with his face slapping him, and then
Yeah.
he would run away. That's what
What's
you're
in his
doing.
chest? Nothing.
We probably don't have that quest.
Is a chest quest.
It's the best chest in the West contest.
Okay, don't get too far ahead. There's people around the corner there.
Yeah,
Yep.
there
Yeah.
are.
It's nice that you're recognizing ogres as people now.
Well, you walked up to him and said, "Your mother was a hamster, and your father stank of elderberries."
That probably did the trick.
And Fergus was like, "Roar!" Could somebody loot this guy, please? Oh, never mind. Got it. Woot.
All right, do we care about these guys on the side, or do we want to move on?
Let's move on.
Yeah, I'm about to go ping.
Halls of Destruction.
Mm-hmm.
We're living in the halls of destruction.
Can you shoot the Reaver?
Reaver. There's a Doom Guard, there's a Warlock, and there's a Reaver. I can hit either one of them, yeah.
Yeah, do the Reaver.
The Doom Guard I should be able to do something with.
You might be able to banish that dude.
Yeah. He is banished.
Ooh. Might want to get rid of that Eye of Kilrog over there.
The Reaver came back.
Why is there a Doom Guard?
Why do you have blueberries here?
Because they came in through the portal that the guy summoned them. The Eye of Kilrog thingy summoned them.
The Nether Walker is working for me now.
Nice.
Until he dies.
Yeah, he didn't like that. He was like, "What?"
Hey,
I'm
crap.
done.
My
Oh.
union contract says.
I have a new ability, Mana
I'm
Shield.
not supposed to be able to work for you, jerk.
Talk to my trainer. You guys hold on a second. I gotta talk to my trainer.
Whoa.
Oops.
I wasn't even in range.
I'm gonna sheep the guy in the back.
Yep.
Immune.
You got a warlock up on behind you.
Target cannot be charmed. But he can be deaded.
Deaded is just as good. Maybe better. I'm gonna eat
Cocktail
some
time.
mana fish. Gonna eat some mana fish. I'm not heating it up in the microwave though. I'm eating it cold.
Thank goodness.
For
Stinks
Chef
up the place.
Boyardee.
Dark Moon Fair's here, by the way, guys, so you can go turn in your quests that we've picked up over.
I've only picked up
Over
a very
time.
few of these trophies so far, somehow.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of quests to turn in. An exotic egg, a wondrous weapon.
They just give you tickets. Dark Moon Fair tickets.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yep, but that's worth it. Means you don't have to buy
Spiders.
tickets.
Why did it have to be spiders?
We've got a really cool spider out front that I called Cheryl. She's really neat. She's like a spidery looking spider, like a cool like spidery looking spider, you know, with like the extreme angles on the joints and stuff. She's like, if you had any doubt, I am a spider, and I'm like, sweet.
I was
She's
teaching
got
the
this.
other day, and I saw a spider on the floor at work, and I had 14 women hit the ceiling.
Yeah.
I was like, they were like, ah! None of them like spiders.
Probably want to pull that guy back this way because of the trap.
Yeah. There's a quest there. I mean, we can do the quest if you want, but I don't remember how to do it.
Yep. And I got
So,
somehow I just there we go.
there's also the quest over there that we gotta follow the little imp called Pusillin.
Oh, dude, that was rude. Yay.
That's an 89%
68.
upgrade. I got
89.
89.
Well, if I was demonology, it'd be 211, but I'm not. So go
Yeah,
for it.
well, if I was holy, it'd be 313, but since I'm shadow, it's only 68.
Yeah.
Some sublime wrist guards now.
Hey, there's another one of those eye things.
All right, maybe we want to start controlling some of these guys.
Oh, he doesn't like that. Okay, fine. Be that way.
Okay, the wizard in the back, I'm going to sheep.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I'd already aimed at him.
Well, you can just murder him now. It's all
Yeah.
good. Ugh.
I gotta drink some more.
Such a lush.
I'm not going to touch that guy until you guys are ready. That's an escort
Yeah,
quest,
that's
right?
not.
I've
That's
got
not
this
the end.
question mark right here.
That's the
Yeah,
trap.
I don't know what it's about. I can't remember.
Stick your tongue in it.
I'm going to stick my tongue in it.
Zap.
Looks as if the ogres have tried to repair the trap.
An ogre suit?
Time is money,
We talk-
friend.
Oh, ha! We already killed the guy. Basically, the guy that we killed, Slipkick,
Yeah.
we've already killed him, so we can't do this quest now.
Oh, well.
So you might want to pick it up for next time.
I was going to say, because it's behind the other guys, so might as well have it. Okay.
And now I'll hurry back.
Hurry back.
Hurry back now, you hear?
I'm going to sheep the guy on the
And
left here.
another locked chest? No, it's a large solid chest.
Nice. Open it. Get the things out.
It has
A
A
gun.
rifle.
a rifle.
Some Swiss cheese. Alterex Swiss.
Oh, and it's too high for me to disenchant. So
Mm.
I have just taken up the last bit of my space in my bag. With a gun, I
No,
can't
you don't.
use. Or I can't crunch.
Well, we can open up the bank. I've got the spell open.
Yeah, mine's open too.
Okay,
Oh,
cannot use that.
these old school dungeons are so long, dude.
Ugh.
Give me a second here.
Hey, if you have an odd moment, I'll take some of your brownies.
Sure.
Brownies.
That's manna and food. It's good
Yeah.
for you.
Special
Don't run
brownies.
away. Don't run away.
I'm not.
Twade. Somewhere in here.
Gotta
Thank you,
go
sir.
upstairs, right?
Yep.
Man, I'm getting my steps in here today.
That's what I was saying. These old school dungeons are like so big.
Okay, what do we want to sheep? Beast, humanoids, and critters, so it's not going to work on the demon.
No,
Do
I can't banish them. I can't subjugate them.
do that guy.
I have been banished. There we go. Leave my healer alone.
That is a dramatic death right there.
Drama
That
queen.
Doom Guard.
And you can tell these guys were all theater kids.
That's like more dramatic than the Night Elves.
Blood elves.
I think the Night Elves have a pretty dramatic one as well.
They usually
But yeah,
like the night
blood
elves. They
elf
like
guys are like,
spin as they go down, right?
the blood elves like go they like make like a big theatrical, like they're dying on stage. Yeah, they are pretty dramatic. Yeah.
Okay, Warlock or Fell Reaver. Okay.
Yeah,
Warlock.
they do the Samson and Son things.
I'm coming to join you.
Yep, exactly.
I'm coming over here.
What's under the basket? Oh, wait. I'll wait.
Ogre Tannin.
A
Would you
tisket
like
or
to
a
know?
tasket?
Triscuits.
There
A
you go.
Trisket, a Trasket. Okay, do we want Ogre? I guess we need Ogre Tannin for something.
Yeah, we each have to wait for it to reappear.
What was under the basket? Oh, here comes company.
Ogre Tannin, which this guy apparently is mad at us for stealing.
Bushwhacker.
Maybe it's meant that we would have one person do this quest every time you come in. I don't know. I do not remember. I don't care if I do the quest or not. Any sort of questing that's a pain in the rear, I don't care about. Just whatever.
I am entirely indifferent.
Get your swoopy out, Corey. Your
Alright.
swoopy owl. Your swoopy owl should be in your pet log.
Yeah, I
Remember
unwrapped
the
it.
other day we were like, where is it? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just for the Cataclysm
Yep. I
people.
realized that when I was unwrapping it, I was like, oh, it's just for this guy, for this version.
But it's cute. It's
It's
just
cute.
like a mini version of the mount.
Yes.
Which sucks because I want both of them. I want it to fly by the mount. Like, come on, we're gonna go fly.
I am glad the mount is dragon riding so far.
Me too. Me too.
I mean, not that it's going to matter in 14 days, but still.
No. Still.
Hmm.
Yeah. And of course, somebody had to complain about it. There was an article where some guy was like, well, this makes all the ground mounts. It just makes it so that there's no reason ever to ride a ground mount. Somebody's
Yep.
always got to complain.
What are we
Yep.
doing? We are complaining.
Yeah. There's going to be plenty of opportunities to ride ground mounts.
Yeah. Or you could just if you really want to suffer, then don't achieve the
Yeah, just do it. Just
Pathfinder.
ride your ground mount. Nobody's making you fly, dude.
Yeah. Don't achieve the Pathfinder achievement and just ride your ground mount.
Yeah. You have a choice. If you want to do that, you do it.
Are we going to take these 4 out?
We don't need to. We can if you want to.
I'm asking the group.
It's all XP.
Well, it looks like we're getting somebody.
Couldn't get the
Bam.
far one apparently without attracting the close ones.
All right, where are we headed? Through the
Why are we
door?
through these doors?
Yep.
Uh-oh. It's a cute group there.
Oh, it's a group of 3.
Sheeping that warlock is probably a good idea.
Yep.
Guess he was none too happy that started beating on him.
As soon as we kill this warlock, I'm going to need to drink before we enter the next room.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug.
Well, I don't get hex until level 80. That's crazy. All right. Ready.
Oh, great. Here's a useful spell. Howl of Terror. Sends 5 enemies within 10 yards and flee for 8 seconds. I could just see
That's a
doing that
wonderful
in
spell
here.
when you're questing.
Yeah, I was going to say, not in here.
Not in here. Also,
Yeah, I
it's
can
Don't.
really
use my
cool for
psychic scream and
PvP.
do the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, you can get a thing. I don't know if you can in this version of the game, but there's a thing you can get to make this psychic scream only make them stand there and quiver in terror instead of run away,
Ah,
which I love.
I think that's
It
a
essentially
retail.
means that the shadow priest has like 3 or 4 interrupts. So it's like insane.
I think this guy's the boss, isn't he?
Oh,
Yes,
speaking of running in terror.
just stand up to the guy.
Yeah, you don't have to take his bullying.
That's right.
Oh, guys behind us just rezzed.
Great, and they're hitting me.
I'm
Shit.
scared.
I'm dead.
That's not good because you're the healer.
Yeah. Yep. But I have reincarnation, so
I
if
just
everybody dies, just hold on, wait till I die. I will reincarnate back in the hallway.
Everyone has
Wow.
died.
Oh, why wasn't I offered reincarnation? I have reincarnation.
Mm.
Well, that's strange. I wonder why it didn't work.
Yeah. Oops.
Details.
That was a really fast respawn. I forgot about that.
Well, he was calling them.
No,
He basically said,
he called them, so it wasn't anything we did.
We need to release.
Yeah, because I can't reincarnate. I don't know why it didn't offer it, but it didn't. Maybe I don't actually have it yet. I thought I did.
God,
have
now
to
I
go
got to
through that
try and
whole
remember
damn-
how we got there.
Yeah, how to
We
get
go
into
left,
the damn
basically.
thing.
Yeah, go through the courtyard so you don't, track those guys on the other side of it.
You must enter the instance. Yes, I know, but I can't remember how to enter the instance.
Just turn left.
Or right.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Bummer, dude.
Are we going right or left?
Yes.
I think we go left.
I just went
I'm
I walked the
following.
wrong way. I didn't have the
You
map
really
open.
should just wait till we're all together. There
Well, our
are
tank is
mobs,
running off without me.
there are mobs that run around in here, so we should all wait to get together. I got my ghost puppy form. I'm coming. Guys, wait up. Okay. Here I am. Woo.
So I'm going to drop a bank. Because my bags are like stocked up.
this feeding schedule we have the dogs on because of their medications and whatnot, mostly Odie, but the two of them basically they don't really get overfed, which I think we were overfeeding them just a little bit before all this happened. And now they're like, "We are hungry. We want a snack right now." But I'll tell you what, they don't screw around when the food time comes. They're like, "Give me the food. Yeah. Yum, yum, yum."
All right, let's make this happen.
Yes. I think we have to go forward into the hallway a little further
Yeah,
to avoid
That
that
spawn, the
stuff.
respawn. Yeah.
I think, but I don't remember. Look out for this eyeball.
Hmm. That is a deadly eyeball.
Okay. He was gonna spawn some bullshit
Respawned his ass.
that we would have had to kill. We don't want to deal with your spawning bullshit.
I'm gonna go turn in my little quest since we're down here.
The quests in here can kiss my ass.
Another eye.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Around and around we go.
So who's the guy what's the name of the guy we're trying to go up against here?
Boss guy. I don't remember his name.
Lawrence Welk.
Oh no, I've got a
I've
disguise that's supposed to be useful against somebody around here. Captain such and or other. So if it's the captain, it might turn in handy here.
Well, I don't know.
Yes.
Captain Crom Crush, yes.
Yeah, Captain Gordock. That's who it is.
Yeah, okay, now hold on a second.
Captain
Right.
Crunch.
Now, according to this, it says, use disguise yourself as one of the Gordock ogres, maybe even fool a particular captain. Don't know what I would do, but I can try it.
All right.
He thinks I'm a friend now. He's green. I'm going to go talk to him.
We'll see if you survive.
Yeah.
Good luck, Summer of the Castle.
What's he saying?
See them with weapons. Why do you let them keep the weapons? That's how I found them. I wanted to show them to King they were a threat. I overheard Fengus is calling you fat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
There he
getting
goes.
rid of him.
Yay.
Bye. Yay.
Hi.
Apparently, that's how you get rid of this asshole.
Let's get out of here before he comes back.
Okay, how do you want to start this?
Okay. Let's see if these guys on the left here will not draw the guys on the right.
Well, let's cross our fingers.
And let's yep.
Nice face pull. Hey guys.
Hi. Oh, hi.
Woohoo.
We're gonna drop some purple rain on these guys.
Purple
rain, purple rain.
Getting.
Drinking.
Drinking.
Flower. All right. Okay. I do not remember this boss fight. I think you gotta kill the little guy first.
We want to kill the guys
Oh.
around the edge.
No, I think we'll be okay. The fight mostly stays in the middle there.
Oh,
They don't.
here comes some
They don't.
doggies. Let's get out of their way.
No, they were smelling the other ogres. They were like, where'd you guys go? What's the matter? Get up.
Smells like ogre.
Hmm.
Ode.
Now it smells like
Over and
barbecue
out.
ogre.
Yeah. Ode de Oga.
Here we go. Okay, again, I don't remember what they do, but I think you kill one at a time.
Yeah, so why don't you guys focus on the smaller guy and I'll keep the bigger guy busy?
Maybe try to
Okay.
sheep him.
You can't
Try.
sheep these guys,
Yeah,
they're
this will
bosses.
be a boss, yeah. Won't be able to.
Not that my assistant might be tolerable.
Mm-mm. Ah, shit. Interrupt that guy. God damn it.
I'm out of interrupts.
Ah, that's okay. We
He's
got
dead.
him.
We interrupted him.
We interrupted him the hard way.
He didn't take it well. Or he took it lying down. I don't know.
Well, he was ogre easy.
Nah.
He was ogre before you knew it.
Yahoo! Hey, I
Excellent.
leveled. I'm level
Nice.
47.
The Ace of Warlords. I'm
nice.
collecting those damn things.
Which set do you have?
I got Warlords and I've got one of the other ones.
Put them together and turn them in. Get yourself a trinket. Get yourself a trinket.
Insightful hood, leather.
Oh, I got some nice feet. Cool.
Eat.
Those are nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I got big
Nice.
feet. I got big Ooga feet.
I got a new pair of bracers.
I got me some dancing shoes.
Woohoo, I'm the king, and all the ogres are green for me now.
Yay.
Talk to the guy and you can be the king.
Talk to which guy?
Mizzy.
This guy.
Mizzle.
Mizzle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mizzle. You can be the king and all the ogres will turn green.
cool.
Now you can walk out of here.
Yeah, but I'm teleporting out.
Yep. Me too.
And
Why
it
didn't
is.
my reincarnation work?
Do we still? Oh, the tannin. Never mind. Okay, we still have to go to the beginning and turn it in, right?
No, I turned it in. That's how I got the suit, which allowed me to get past.
No,
the
he's
dude.
he's talking about the quest we got from the little druid at the front.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and turn it in.
Yeah.
King
Yeah,
of the
but-
Gordok.
Yep.
Can't you just teleport out and then walk in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I just did.
Okay.
make sure that somebody's always in. Because if we're all out, then it won't work.
I'm teleporting out.
I'm in.
I'm teleporting in. There we go.
Slippers of Tribute. An actual upgrade for me.
Druid of the Talon. I get some slippers. Yay.
And a
And
level.
a level.
Cool.
Level 46. That's some pretty decent leveling.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay. A little bit.
Are we all going to teleport out now?
Yes.
We got time for one more, or is that it for the night?
It is 10 o'clock here, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost 9 here.
Yeah.
So
All right. That's too bad. I'm having too much fun.
Murder.
Got him a bubble and a half from hitting 47.
Oh, you're a half bubble off plum, is what you're telling me.
That's it. That's exactly right.
That boy is about a half bubble off plum. Got to go get my arcane ward now.
all right. So we are done for the evening. And we're gonna be like going and doing training and all that fun stuff. So if I don't see you before I see you next time, have a good day, have a good afternoon, have a wonderful evening. Thanks for stopping by. Love you all. See you soon.